Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I have two words for you. Ivory Sanctum. Let's just do one last little check, but I think that we're ready to go. Outcast. Can't do anything. Secrets of Creation. As far as I know, we cannot do anything with this one. Know Thy Enemy. This is the one that we're going to be doing. Companion Quest. Can't do anything. Finian's Awakening. Can't do anything. These can't do anything because we don't have resources. Cool. Right. Let's head out. We're ready to go. Now, are we happy with our squad? Well, let's have a look. So, area exit. Our squad is main character, Sela, Wendewog, Darren, Nenio, Narushali. Rushali makes a ton of sense. Arushali is the demon. We're going to the Ivory Sanctum. Makes a lot of sense. Nenio brings us haste and a ton of spells. That seems like a good thing. She gives us a lot of different elements we can work with. Seems like generally it's going to be good. Darren, I think, edges out Soasil on buffs, although Soasil has a lot of useful buffs, so maybe we might want to change things up there. So he kind of fits there. Wendewog, again, she's kind of got a demon thing going on. She's former worshipper. We're bringing her along basically to, you know, tease her and poke fun and say like, hey, you gonna betray us? You gonna betray us? You gonna betray us? And we'll see what happens. And then Sela, the paladin, should be good at killing demons. Right. Now, having done that, I do want to check something, because there's one little thing with Darren that I think we can do. He doesn't have... Okay. So, we can't actually do it. Yeah, because he doesn't have it. So what I was looking for was a poison removal spell. That's the one thing we're missing from our current party, because we had it on well, we have it on Camellia, and we also have the spell on trying to remember the other person. On Soasil. But we don't have the spell on Darren. I guess we're just gonna have to try and get it at some point. But it is kind of a thing that we're missing, because when we were fighting those spiders in like in the Dragon Burial Ground, one of the things that was really hurting us was the stat down that it was giving us. And that was almost entirely due to the poison. In fact, it was entirely due to the poison. So if we were immune to that, that would be good. However, we just don't have it. I don't think I want to bring in Soasil or Camellia. Now, if I was going to bring one, I would bring Soasil. I don't think I want to bring him in right now. So, yeah, I think we're fine. We'll just live with it. But if it's a dungeon full of poison things, know that I did consider it and then did nothing about it. But hey, you know, it's just something. Hey, we might actually have a scroll. I didn't actually check. You know, that's something I should always remember, is that I can actually use these scrolls and like buy them and things, but for some reason it never seems to come up. You can also can zoom in here. Learn something new every day. I was just trying to move the mouse to the side so that when I was scrolling I wasn't popping up tooltips. I guess I could just do it here. I don't believe that we actually have a scroll of, like, what's it called? It's like resist poison or something. Anyway, I don't believe we have that scroll, because I know what the symbol is. Right, let's go. So we want to go to the Ivory Sanctum. The quickest route there is a little bit janky, right? Because if we were to go straight there, that's going to take like a couple of days, right? Wait, we don't have a teleport there, so we can go to the Gloomy Gorge and walk, or hear me out, we could teleport to here, go Heart of Mystery. From Heart of Mystery, we go out from the Legacy of the Ancients path. And then that makes it a much shorter journey. Yeah, I think that's the way that we go. If we're optimizing it, which for some reason I am. Despite having skipped, you know, maybe 100 days in a row. Right. Heart of Mystery. Because that's an hour trip currently. I suppose it does help with corruption if we go quicker. And that's probably going to be an issue.
No reason to
get
pause.
on the horse. That's fine. Now, we may also run into a thing where we might want to buff before we go in there. Yes, that's a benefit if we go to Legacy as well. Is if I make a save before we leave it, then we can... Oh, also... Oh, no, it wasn't here. Wait, is this Heart of Mystery? Yeah, I was told I might have missed something in the chest. I don't believe that I did, but we can do a last little check here. I think some people were saying I did, some people were saying I didn't, so I'm just, you know, seeing did we miss anything in the chest here. Don't believe that we did. That's okay. Good to double check. Anyway. But yeah, as I was saying, if we make a save before I leave Legacy of the Ancients, then what we can do is we can buff up there. If we feel like we need the buffs going directly into Ivory Sanctum, we might need that if we go directly into a fight, or if there's a storybook section, which is particularly difficult. Anyway, that's the wrong one. This is the one we're after. Cool. So, we go here. We then leave from this one. And then we can go wherever we like. Just checking. Don't think there's anything here. It's all purple. Yeah, I don't need to worry about that. I was told that we can't use our green tiles right now, which is great. Honestly, I'm happy to leave the puzzles behind. Knowing how they work is slightly helpful, but, you know, it's only slightly helpful. I did actually write down how they work as well, so that next time we go into it, I don't have to work it out again. How do I leave this place? Okay, there's no way to leave there? Oh, weird. Okay. I was just trying to go to an edge that was far away. I guess you come in from this direction and then you explore the top bit. So it makes more sense if you're going the correct way through. Oh, actually, while we're here, party is correct. Cool.
Let's move.
Just want to check we're in the correct formation. Oh, I should also check that we're on the correct stuff for resting. Yes, this looks correct. Cool. I just wanted to do a quick check there. What's this one? Oh, it's the increase in stuff we're getting. Yeah, both of those are good. My only worry, by the way, about going into the Ivory Sanctum is that previously when we've been in places and we've had to rest, like Blackwater, we get suddenly attacked afterwards. Feels a little bit unfair, but hey, there you go. We're just going to have to live with that, aren't we? 6 hours over here. If we can get in without being fatigued, that would be lovely. Yes, in, not fatigued. No storybook section. Okay, fair enough. And we can buff. Wonderful, that worked out pretty much as well as it could have. Right, if this, I was just looking at the size of the area. If this is the entirety of the Ivory Sanctum area, I'm just gonna love it. Because we've been like, we can't go here, it's so important. And if it's just like a 10,
I welcome your company.
You know, like, I was going to think of a measure of space, but then I realized it didn't really work. But like, if it's just literally the size that we can see here, that would be so good, because it means that it's not a big thing, and it's just something we needed to get done. It probably would mean that we could have done any of them last, which might still be the case. By any of them, I'm meaning, like, for instance, we could have done like the dragon last, although I think the dragon tends to attack you, so probably would be a bad one, but you get the idea. We could have done Winter Sun last. It doesn't really matter as long as you complete the quests, you know. That's what matters. I shouldn't rage because we get fatigued after rage ends, and that causes problems.
Cause is certainly different from a simple massacre. The former is more
one for you.
bloody and performed with
Magic Fang for justice. Long Strider. Featherstep Mass. Oh, you have Delay Poison Communal. It's only an hour long, but you know, we might as well use it. Okay, sure. That works. I actually completely missed that she had it. Okay, one here. That is the nice thing about time moving in real time when you're actually in an area, is that an hour-long buff is actually probably long enough for most things. Yeah, that's quite nice. Right, one here, one here, one here, one for the horse. We'll get these buffs for everybody. So I think everybody needs a strength buff apart from Nenio. Although I think Nenio could still use one. I'll have a quick look. What's her current weight limit? Nah, she's fine. She's still under it. Let's get some of these going. Everybody should have defense ups. That makes sense. Did I already give yourself one? Yeah, that's fine. And one for you. Shield defense ups. Not that it matters too much for Seela, because in theory the horse should be taking the hits. But anyway. Buff to wisdom. Buff to aid. Or the aid buff. Who did I last apply it to? To you? Okay, that's fine. When it fails, I need to just do a little double check to see who it failed on. It's not that it failed, it's just that I cancelled it early, I guess, is a better way of putting it. Fire. I think fire, acid, cold are kind of our best ones here. Cold's kind of mandatory due to our armor. Yeah, let's do fire, cold here. Means we don't have acid resistance, but I'm not too worried about that. Okay, we could apply spell resistance if we wanted to, but I'm kind of okay not doing that because it can cause problems. This is applied.
Together we stand.
This is minute per level. We don't yet have enduring spells, do we? Or the next level? No. Although I hope that we'll get it at the end of this. And then we can start using effortless armor and find traps on us, which should just be great. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. Oh, I was also thinking about the UI. This is a random thought, right? But I was like, how can you make the UI better without adding like more tooltips? More tooltips is the easy thing. But I was like, how could you make it so the UI works better like in just general use? Because I assume the reason they don't want to add more tooltips is they don't want to make the game, you know, too enclosed with things. Like they don't want to use up all the screen space for tooltips. And what my thought was, is if they were to make something where you could make your own spell groups, that would actually solve a lot of the issues, right? So, for example, if I was to able to create a spell group and say, okay, all of Darren's spells are going into this spell group, like all the buff spells, that would be huge. Like, that would be the kind of thing that could be, like, really useful. And then you just buff from that screen. Then you just close it when you're done buffing. I think that could be cool. Anyway, just a random thought. Now, having said that, let me just check. Yeah, you definitely cannot click drag into there. Just wanted to double check that. Now that I was saying like, oh, that would be great. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that's already a thing. No, I don't think it is. And I don't think you can do it here either. Right, let's quick save. Actually, you know what? Because we're going into a new dungeon, let's hard save. Then we'll go in. By the way, I think that just said that we had 5 days, 17 hours playtime. That's quite a lot, really, I would say, so far. I have actually apparently put more time into this game than Kingmaker, despite only being halfway through. Now, that's obviously not all in this campaign, but it is, another interesting stat. Where Kingmaker was like a 200 episode series that we did before. So, this game has a lot of content. I'm just doing little explorers. So, there's something in there. So, this looks like it's a dead end. Yeah, which leads to the same place. Is there any way up here? No, so that's not real land. Yeah, so it's something down there. Okay, I assume it's an entrance, but I just want to make sure that we've explored as much as we can. Yeah, probably next to the skulls, I'd imagine. Okay. Well, I would guess it is the skulls. Now, we were told that it might not be easy to get in, so... I mean, maybe the skulls are a clue? Oh, it's just a button? Oh, okay. Oh, we had a bone key? Oh. I don't even remember us getting that, but that's okay. We obviously did a while ago. I guess you couldn't leave Winter Sun to last because you need the key. Well, that would be it, yeah. See, this is more what I was expecting in terms of size. Where it's like, we're just this tiny little bit in the corner. Okay. Well, let's go. Little bridge.
Let us be off.
I'm assuming something's going to happen right across from here. Ah, immediately we're in combat. Well, that makes sense. So these are ferocious, sure. Okay. They're level 5. Oh no. Oh, well, I feel bad for them. Also, we should change our weapon. Because these aren't undead. Do one of those, and move into the side. Oh, there are more behind. Okay, so it's not just these guys. Good to know. I'm going to take 5 footsteps forward and then shoot here. Yeah. I thought we might need to be in range. I actually don't think we got all 5 hits off. We reduced that one. Nice. Again, reduced. Again, reduced. Okay. Lots of shots, but like not really anything that dangerous. We could haste, but it feels unnecessary in this particular fight. Got anything that we could chuck over there? They're probably all immune to lightning, as they always are. We could chuck a fireball back at them, I suppose. No, because don't be stupid. Why would you chuck a fireball back at the people who are chucking fireballs at you? They're probably immune to that. In fact, by probably, they're definitely immune to that. Okay, yeah. That's a bad idea. We'll put that on the bad idea column. Any other ideas here, Nenio? We could run up and stun. Okay, how big is my stun? Okay. Alright, let's run up first, and then we can figure out what we want to do. That can hit 1. Okay, so probably not stun. We'll put that on the probably not column as well. You know, anything that's actually worth doing, or are we probably just better off shooting? We're probably just better off shooting. Fair enough. Sometimes the simple answer is the best answer. Attack. Okay. Darren, move forward. Take a shot. Okay, at first you don't succeed. Continue chucking fireballs. Charge. I love the 1 damage. You needed to roll a 2 to hit Wendwalk. Oh, there's more coming out. Oh, okay. Well, attack. At least we did damage. I'm going to move 5 forward again. Just trying to get within 30 feet. Not that it matters too much, but it would be nice if we were. I'm also not really worried about the fireballs. I just thought these guys would be easy to kill. Turns out I was wrong. Hey, nice attack of opportunity. Oh, you did it again. Okay. Well, I guess her extra attack when she gets an attack of opportunity is going well. I love all the attacks of opportunity, one after another there. That's great. Alright, let's see whether this worked. So, Wendwalk. +3 from Scorpion's Kiss. Fantastic. So she is getting extra base attack when she does that. These enemies we should probably just turn on power attack for, because they don't appear to actually have any AC, so to speak. So this will be fine. I'm also just checking the map. Yeah, so still very early into this. You know, honestly, just shoot. There was a chance that we got that. Then I think you should ignore the axe thrower, because you might kill it with an attack of opportunity. Okay. Shoot it. That's fine. Once again, we get an attack of opportunity on it. Cleave. Nice. That seemed to work. She just sounds very annoyed that someone's attacking her, which is fair enough. Wow. Okay. I mean, you did damage. Don't get me wrong. You've earned the tiniest amount of respect.
We won't falter.
I'm gonna attack of opportunity, kill that one, maybe. Unless, of course, we kill this, in which case we're just gonna AoE kill it. That works. Okay. Shoot it.
I'll remove this obstacle.
That one.
Into the fray.
Just keep going.
Done with you.
Well, that works. Didn't quite get that one. Kill it. I was hoping we'd be in range to cleave the sniper. We were not. Alright, charge. Oh, I didn't move forward with Areelu again, but we can do. Let's move forward a lot. Take a shot.
Prepare yourself.
Okay.
Mind over
Couple of shots. Got it. And the last one.
Without risk.
Okay, so apart from Wendowog being hit by a large crit, that was mostly okay. I'm actually just going to leave all of this stuff on them, and we'll just get it later with, like, the auto loot, assuming that we can do that. I think that's probably the best option for anything we're not really needing. I'm trying to see if we have what our best heal option is for Wendowog here. We probably have some health potions, right? Yeah. They're probably our best option in the short term. Keep going. We might as well use these. I mean, they are, like, really slow. But we might as well just get them on. And then, you know, we've healed somebody for free, effectively. Yeah, that works. Oh, one more? Sure. There we go. Back to full. Quick save. Ooh, that's kind of neat. Yeah, it's a little bit neat looking. Right. In here. And carrying on.
Move.
Wall inlaid with a whimsical mosaic of bones from humans, animals, and some unknown creatures. Ooh. Okay. Is there a side passage here? Did I miss something? No, I think it's just this ledge, right? Yeah, it's just the ledge. Same on that side? Yeah, just the ledge. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Are you fatigued? You are for how long? Oh. Like, literally, like, 2 seconds. Well, that works. Move forward.
Huh? What's that?
Or not. Oh, I should move the trickery stuff over to Areelu before we came in here.
Is there more?
We have some extra trickery stuff that we didn't bring with us, but, I mean, that's fine. She's pretty good at it. Oh, hello. Areelu, shoot.
With everything demonic in me.
Oh.
But Desna, please allow me to keep my lovely,
Well, that worked.
irresistibly beautiful wings.
Head in here. Well, that guy's big. Okay, so we're getting a little bit more here. Let's do a haste on this one. I just get the feeling that this might be more of a haste fight than the last one. Rage up and heads like in here. Just trying to see, yeah, what else we're fighting. And then hopefully we can charge next turn. Just head in. Get another one in the corner. You can attack this turn. Yep.
The light take you.
Because the horse is the only one that moves. Nice crit. Move in. Take shots. Oh, nice. Oh, we killed the one in the corner as well. Oh, there's an evoker there that I completely missed, apparently. We can't charge? Why not? Oh, we've been icy prisoned. Oh. Well, that's annoying. Well, I guess we'll just walk up here. Hopefully we can get, like, you know, attack of opportunity on the crit. Tried to use Touch of Chaos. And we dealt 3 damage back. Okay. Neat. Shoot it. Wendowog, I would really like you to charge the evoker. Good. It went invisible, but that shouldn't be anything to worry about. Also used haste on that guy. Again, nothing to worry about. Move over here. Shoot this thing.
I will see to your demise.
Very good, Darren.
The inheritors guide my blade.
That thing is dead. Shoot. Nice. Walk over here. Shoot it.
Should have listened to reason.
Attack it.
They'll beg me to stop.
Hey, that's some good damage. Shout's a little annoying.
Precision and grace.
Okay, attack. Did its body just fall down the world? Okay. Anyway. Knowledge world check.
It went splendidly.
Okay. A chaotic conglomeration of confessions from the Baphomet cultists. I murdered a Crusader officer, assumed his appearance, and served in a Crusade army for 10 years. I infiltrated the Inquisitor squad of Canabras and selected the cultists that were to be burnt at the stake for half a year. Nobody knows how much of this is true. Okay. We have a button we can press. Yeah, scrolls I think I'll grab right away. Like armor and equipment, we don't really need to. Oh, we're still icy prisoned? Okay. Well, we'll wait for it to wear off while doing some knowledge world checks.
Worthy of praise.
This tablet is inscribed with the names of those who have ruled over the Ivory Sanctum since its founding. You recognize the last two names, Jerabeth and Xanthir Fang. Jerabeth, I think, is the one that we met at Wintersun. This bas-relief depicts demons accompanied by mysterious inscriptions on the language of the abyss, or in the language of the abyss, I'm guessing.
A success worthy
Anyway.
of praise.
Another conglomeration. I used to be a paladin of the Eagle Watch, but then I succumbed to the temptation, murdered 2 of my friends, and came here. I cooked for a Crusade army for 5 years, poisoning at least 100 soldiers. Okay. Interesting. So I guess maybe you have to like enter one before you can like enter the building. You have to say, this is what I did. What do these do? They're just buttons. Okay. I'd like to open the door. Yeah, I kind of thought it would be locked. So I need to stand on the buttons, is what you're getting at here. So I need to choose. More importantly, I'm guessing I need to choose 2 people to stand on the buttons. So they're not next to the door. Okay. Or do I need to choose 2 people who don't get to come with me? No, you know what? We're fine. Nenio has the ability to use Dimension Door. Oh, hello. It's Jerabeth. A familiar narrow shadow appears before you. The antennae on the creature's head quiver, its hands linked tightly together. You have arrived, Commander, comes the high-pitched voice in your head. You did me a grave insult at our last meeting, but I still want to speak with you. You have discovered my castle in the clouds, although it is a far cry from what it once was. Jerabeth's voice buzzes with irritation. I have something you need, information and assistance. You can help me in return. Let's talk. As a gesture of my goodwill, I will even allow your companions to hear our conversation. See, I am eminently reasonable, and of course for gameplay reasons it would be very awkward to not allow your companions to listen. What an interesting example of a demon life form. It's an Oleodro, a remarkable breed. Did you know that members of this species use their long tongues to lay eggs inside a sleeping creature? After a certain period, the eggs hatch and have the ability to influence the thought processes of the host. Lovely. Let's see what happens if I put this Oleodro's tongue in my ear. Nenio takes a determined step forward. Get away, creature. I'm here to speak to the commander. What are you proposing? This place, the Ivory Sanctum, used to be my own personal domain, but in recent times I've been forced to share it with a horde of allies. There is one among them who will likely interest you, Xanthir, the Plagued One. Jerabeth's voice chitters with emotion. It drops to a heated whisper. A swarm that walks. Mesmerizing creation. Who could have imagined that a mortal could be turned into something so extraordinary? He is behind many of the calamities that have befallen you. It is from his hands that myself and other demons have received our new abilities. Kill him, and the lords will struggle to find his equal for a long time. I won't simply stand aside. I will help you as well. I'll tell you what I know, and ensure that my servants do not attack you here in the Sanctum. You betray your own kind? Why? Because I am a demon. You detect amusement in Jerabeth's voice. Rules, law, loyalty, seek them in hell and heaven, anywhere but the abyss. I serve Lord Baphomet for as long as it benefited me, more than it cost me. I was the mistress here in my castle in the clouds. The entire territory was under my control. But then Minago, that arrogant fool, botched the attack on Canabris and the ward stones. Many of our laboratories around Dresden were under threat, and Xanthir and his minions were quickly evacuated. They offered up the Sanctum for his use and made him the ultimate authority here over me. I was forced out of my private quarters, made to live on the margins within my own home, as a horde of demons from Deskari's armies were herded in. With Xanthir playing commander and his servants ruining all of my endeavours, there is nothing for me to do here. This place can fall for all I care. I will find a new patron in the abyss. That's why I'm telling you, kill our common enemy. I will help you do it. Xanthir used to live near Dresden? Yes, close to Minago. Where do you think she got that pet Nabasu of hers? Where can I find Xanthir? He's very close, in my former private quarters. There's only a wall separating us, but his lair is well protected and you cannot access it from here. You have to make your way through the entire sanctum, crossing the bridge and the main guard post, which is headed by the cultist Xanthir. Coming back will be easier. There is a secret passage from Xanthir's lair into my rooms that can only be opened from the other side. You seem to have a low opinion of Deskari servants. I served Deskari myself once, but I changed masters because life among the Deskarites was just unbearably boring. Unlike followers of Baphomet, Deskari's minions have no appreciation for the finer pleasures. All they know is killing and ravaging. You saw one of them, Darazand, in the battle for Dresden. He is a vivid embodiment of everything I despise about my former comrades, primitive and predictable butchers, the lot of them. What information are you willing to share with me? The information that you undoubtedly want more than anything. How the demons have started acquiring their new monstrous powers. It didn't start with Xanthir and it won't end with him. But I will tell you what I know, only if you fulfill your part of the deal. Okay, interesting. I'm tempted to say 6, I will not make a deal for demon, but I'm also tempted by the story. We could always, like, back out of our deal later. We know that Jerabeth is not trustworthy in the slightest, obviously, given what she did to Winter Sun. I'm going to accept the offer because I'm too interested in what she's got to say, but it's a 50-50 basically. The demon tilts her head to the side. That's good. Then listen. There are 2 factions in the Sanctum currently. The ones who came here with Xanthir do not answer to me. That group includes ordinary demons, mythic demons, and his loyal mortal mages. You will have to fight them, there's no getting around that. But then there are Baphomet's followers as well. I will give you my mark so that my subjects will take you for one of our own. They have been dying to take on our unwelcome house guests for so long. Just tell them that the mistress says do it. The demon smiles wistfully. My mark will also serve another purpose. If you defeat Xanthir, it will bind his swarm and force it to fly directly to my net. I cannot allow such a unique creature to disappear entirely. I will preserve him in some form. You once again hear an undercurrent of amusement in Jerabeth's voice. The demon waves a delicate hand in your direction. You are instantly doused in a sweet-smelling wave. Then it passes. There, the mark is in place. Go and find me in my main chamber when it is all over. I was thinking, like, once she gave me the mark, I'll just stab her in the back, but I'm assuming that's not an option.
What's that?
I'll press it. Oh, get out of the way, 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 get out of the way. Do you think you were meant to time that with when the, yeah, I think you were meant to time that with when the demon walks by, so you kill it by crushing it? That'd be my guess. Anyway, interesting. Oh, that's the mark. I see. Shoot it.
Let's have some.
Don't know why I chose Nenio for that job. To be honest, I think I meant to choose Arushale.
You're irrelevant.
Shoot
I'll
it.
make short work of this.
Nice. Rage. attack. Or at least get in range. Oh, hello. There we go. Shoot.
Desna, guide my hand.
Wonderful crit. Attack.
Into the fray.
Very dead. Shoot.
Mind over muscle.
Shoot. Nice. Very good. Attack. We'll go for one of those, get our way around here. Okay. Shoot it.
Your peace.
And attack.
Light. Take you.
Shoot it.
I'll dissect your cadaver.
Nice crit.
Out of my sight.
Kill is for you.
It seems like these enemies are maybe a little bit easier. I do say when you're doing main story content that games tend to make the enemies easier because they assume you're not going to do every bit of side content, so they can like they can make side content a lot harder because, you know, it's optional. But yeah, this seems like really easy. I'm assuming that there's going to be a point later in this like this is just a warm up, and later in the dungeon it's going to be quite difficult. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. This looks like an interesting chamber. Wait. Oh, perception check for the thing down there that's locked. Okay. We're just right in the center, huh? Is this Xanthir's room? Oh no, these are the Jerabeth's room. Hear that noise? The Crusaders are already here. Let's go fend them off, or else this is the end of the Ivory Sanctum. Not so fast. The end of the Ivory Sanctum came a long ago. Who are we going to defend it for? For Xanthir, Fang and his idiot mages. For the defective demons, the breeding in the chambers that used to be ours. Fat chance. We're actually talking sense. Listen up, I know a safe place nearby. Let's hole up there. When the Crusaders swat the Locust Lord, we'll come back here and put everything back the way it was before. Lady Jerabeth will take care of us. What are you all standing around for? Didn't you hear we're under attack? The enemy's already here. Hurry up. Get ready to mount a defense. Please don't tell me we're going to allow these pathetic demon worshippers to live. Good little crusaders should always take pains to clear up any rubbish. Let's see. I'm just gonna say do it. Finally, now you're all gonna pay. Betrayal? The esteemed Xanthir, the Plagued One, will feed you to the Locust for this. Oh, they were ready. They were very ready. Okay, start shooting. Although these aren't really that difficult. We probably could have just managed. I don't know. I'm pretty much just doing this for lore at this point, because the combat bonus really doesn't matter.
We can do it.
Okay, the floor is a little bit too rough for us to charge. Okay. This is fine.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Nice crit. Again. They're going for it. Can't charge. Oh, I'm fatigued. Oh, I didn't wait long enough. Okay, shoot.
I will see to your demise.
That's fine. Whoa! Alright. Didn't see that coming. But okay. Attack.
No glory without risk.
Just kill that one there. Attack.
I will resist.
Oh, I didn't even notice that one. Actually, this is an enemy we can hit. I just realized this. Yeah, because we don't care whether they're all hidden with our weapon. Right, keep shooting. Nice, nice miss. Oh, now we're no longer fatigued. Hit it.
Beg me to stop.
Right, keep shooting.
And grace.
This is fine. Attack.
To the fray.
It's almost dead. Oh, still almost dead. Just more arrows flying over.
We won't falter.
Cool. Keep shooting. That's fine. Charge. Just get down and shoot it. The amount of crits we're getting is fantastic. Also, great attack of opportunity. Was it trying to heal? I did see it trying to heal there. I think it was. Doesn't say it again, but I think that's what we interrupted.
No mercy for the wicked.
Okay, well. Followers of Jerabeth. Guess we'll just chill here for a second. Grab all of these. On this. That and that. Wonderful. Right, loot. 85% chance. Aha, we did it. Leave some more loot behind. We got some lower religions to do in the corner. We also got this. Ooh. Difficult loot. Oh. It's a quarterstaff of the War Mage. +3 quarterstaff adds +2 to the DC for saving throws against spells the wielder casts. It's an Ember quarterstaff again. Grants a +4 bonus to caster level checks when made to overcome spell resistance and a +5 bonus to use magical device skill checks. Yeah, I think that is quite definitely in the way that we're doing things, a thing for Ember. Okay, let's look at our lore.
Damn, it's just not my lucky day.
Really? Wait, you don't have the highest lore religion? Do you? You do? Huh. Well, you just failed it. Okay. What was that? Like, rolled 19? Or sorry, a 19 modifier, we rolled a 4. Huh. Oh, I guess we failed. This side? These legends tell of love affairs of Baphomet, who ravaged not only mortals and demons, but also the goddess Lamashtu herself. Oh, okay. The statue of Baphomet towers formidably above its unholy symbol, a minotaur head. And streaks of dried sacrificial blood can be seen at the base of the statue. I assume locked. Not locked. Alright, well, what are these for then? These are some interesting things. Do I just press them in order? Like 1... There's no 2. So it would be like 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. I assume that can't be the answer. I'm seeing if we've got anything else on the walls. No, I'm just gonna have to remember to come back here, I would guess. Yeah. This one locked? Sort of, yeah. Okay. We'll leave that be for just now. We've got places to come back to. I would love to attack these guys. Do the whole double cross thing, but doesn't look like that's currently an option. We'll see, we'll see. We might have made a bad decision, you know, RP-wise. I'm really hoping at some point I'll be able to double cross. Oh, hello. So you're not the friendly ones then. Yeah, I'll take that as a no. Oh, they get the surprise round as well. Okay. Hello, everybody. Oh, hello. One of those. Get to attacking. We weren't actually in range to attack because there's nowhere to get through here. Shoot. Attack.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
We almost got him. Attack.
I'll rip you
Rage.
apart.
Attack.
No match for me.
Get as close as you can. Nope. Alright, shoot it. That'll help quite a lot. Now we need to get Seal out of the way. This should be fine. Okay, I don't know. Shoot one. That seems fine.
Should have listened to reason.
Attack.
We can do it.
Hey, we can get through the door now. Huge improvement over last turn. Shoot it. Hey, attack.
Take you.
That one's dead. In here. Very good damage. Yep, good. Keep shooting.
Irrelevant.
It tries to attack us. We're not really that worried. More archers shoot in. Again, not really a worrying thing.
I'll make short work of this.
Nice. He just healed for 120. Why did he heal? Is it his weapon that lets him heal? Info? I don't know. I don't know why he just healed that much. Oh, yeah. Or maybe it was the... I have no idea what happened there. Doesn't really matter. I think it might have actually been the demon that said healed, which is even weirder. I don't know. Something happened. Don't need to worry about it. You know what? I could have just checked the combat log. Yeah, the demon healed for 120. Okay. But then immediately died. That'll just be a behind the scenes thing, I reckon. Shoot. Yeah, that works. Shoot. Get over there. Might switch to melee depending on... Yeah, these guys don't even have the ability to shoot in melee. So, yeah. They're just terrible. Okay, grab whatever you got, which is nothing. Take the lock.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Ooh, specimen report. That's actually cool. Grab all of that. Let's have a look at our specimen report. So, newest to oldest. Info. So this is report 2. Master, the second stage of the testing process was a success. Specimen 367 Finian Dismar turned into a dagger on command. The blade is of flawless quality. It controls the depth to which it plunges in the victim's flesh, adjusting the strike. The Crusader provided for the experiment was dissected alive with no damage to internal organs within 15 seconds. The incisions are clean and smooth and the blade is undamaged. Additional notes, the specimen still makes unwanted noises such as please, such as stop and don't do this can be discerned. The application of acid works as a temporary solution. Okay. Not ideal. Grab this. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. I guess we will head back this way to what can only be a small room. Or a corridor, I guess, going somewhere completely different. And not at all a small room, but that's fine. Hello.
My dream.
Where did you come from? Oh, also crystallized, so it will come back.
Desna, guide my hand.
Hey, we got the surprise round
Mind
somehow.
over muscle.
I was pretty surprised. We'll get one of those, move as forward as we can. Just in case we can see anything else. Doesn't look like we can.
I will see to your demise.
You can't charge, in fact you're still fatigued. Oh, hello everybody else. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Get around there.
Light. Take you.
Got our single swing. 5 shots.
Your peace.
Nice. Oh, double crit. Great. It's coming back to life. That's okay. We knew that was going to happen.
You're irrelevant.
You're going to come around here. I'm trying to get us in the exact right spot here. I think that's it.
Strike with
Yeah,
all
the
your
exact
might.
right spot where I can hit
We
neither of
can
them.
do it.
That was obviously what I was aiming for. Not the spot where I could hit both of them, obviously. No.
Precision. And
I think there probably
grace.
wasn't a spot where I could hit both of them, but that's fine. Nice, it's dead. Attack.
The inheritor. Guide my blade.
Very good. Shoot it.
I will resist.
Still not dead, huh? Nice miss. Okay, cool. Didn't get it. Attack.
Forwards.
Hey, nice. Shoot it. Cool. That's now freed up Seela if we want her to go the other way. Cool.
No
Move Seela over.
without risk.
Arushale. Move out and shoot. Didn't quite get it. Shoot.
We won't
And attack, and we got it. Cool. I'm assuming this is the door we can't go through right now. Oh no, it's just a weird light. Okay. I thought there was like a scanner on the door. Probably, you know, wrong time period for a scanner, but we did go to that place with all the electricity. So you can't blame me for thinking that might be a thing. I don't know what I just did by pressing that skill.
I see something.
There's another one here. Oh, okay. Let's get it.
I finished here.
So we
Is there
got
more?
Ruby Ring, an apprentice lockpick, and a mysterious note. The layman and the wise man perceive different things in the same symbols. Seek out precious knowledge where others blindly pass it by. 3 changes places with 4. Turn the star to nothing and behold a star in the darkness, but a different one. Seek out precious knowledge where others blindly pass it by. 3 changes places with 4. Turn the star to nothing and behold a star in the darkness, but a different one. Huh. Now, I assume that that's related to this one over here. Right? I have to assume it's related to this. Maybe. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just waiting for everyone to get round. So, if I'm reading this right. Seek out precious knowledge where others blindly pass it by. Doesn't matter. 3 changes places with 4. Okay. Turn the star to nothing. Behold a star in the darkness, but a different one. So we could just do it in the order it says. 3, 4... Star. Star to nothing. Behold the star in the darkness, and then a different one. So that would be 3, 4. Behold, so that'd be a star into nothing, I'm guessing, and then that's the star in the darkness because that's a pentagram. Like if you were to make that, if you were to put that together, I think. Then 1. So 3, 4, darkness, pentagram, 1. Ow. What type of damage was it? Force. Alright, well that's the wrong solution. My bad. Okay. So I'm assuming this is all we're gonna get. We at least heal. Right. Let me read this again. The layman and the wise man perceive different things in the same symbols. Seek out precious knowledge where others blindly pass it by. 3 changes places with 4. Turn the star to nothing, and behold a star in the darkness, but a different one. Turn the star to nothing, and behold a star in the darkness, but a different one. Maybe it is 3, 4, that one, that one, that one. Fair enough, fair enough. Maybe there is more than one note.
Smile.
I don't know.
The world's not ending just yet.
Yeah, there might be more than one note. We can come back here. We already said we were going to come back here. So, we will try, yeah, we will try again later. Yeah, we'll move on from the puzzles. Okay, so we're going to head up here. This is going to lead to this room, I think. I think that's all going to connect. Interestingly, we can see what's already off the edge there as well. Right, forward. She didn't have many followers around, did she? Given that every person that we're meeting is not one of her followers, and it's in fact, you know, other demons. Hey, instant kill, that's pretty good. With the explosion. Thing is, these things that we're fighting aren't, like, tougher than what we fought at Dresden. I guess the logic is you could have come straight here as well. Like, you could have gone to Wintersun, then come here, so it can't be that much stronger, I'm guessing, but anyway. Why can I not charge? No actions left. Oh, what do you mean no actions left this turn to use this thing? Also, when did you get a strength down? Well, I better give her a strength up at some point. That's fine. Shoot.
I'll remove this obstacle.
You can charge. Except that you can't, but you could charge in theory. Right. That's fine. You're gonna charge in here, just so we can see what's at the back. Oh, there's some shadow demon votaries here. Oh, wonderful. Right, move in. Shoot.
Out of my sight.
Apparently I didn't have enough left to shoot. We did some will saves. Nice. Then some things appeared. Now I'm a little worried about how life is going. Alright, attack.
The inheritor. Guide my
Okay, they don't
blade.
exist yet. That's also unfortunate. If they existed, we could attack them, which would obviously be good.
Desna, guide my hand.
Nice explosion. Right, now they exist. Okay. Get in here. And attack. I guess we could do Force Reality, and that'll probably work. Oh, I can't move because of Phantasmal Web. You know what? Delay your turn. Wait, yeah, delay is... However, I've forgotten what... Oh, you press this one. Delay. Till here. Yeah, it's fine. It's like you won't get an action this turn. I'm going, yeah, I know I won't get an action this turn. That was kind of the concept. Mirror image is gone. Oh, that doesn't affect this one. Oh, I guess because it does only attack enemies. Yeah, fair enough. Oh well, we still needed to get rid of some of the mirror images that were going on in the corner. Shoot that one. Nice. Wendewog still can't do anything. Where did you come from? I mean, he was invisible, which is fair. We might need to start using spells. Okay, who are we shooting? Probably that one first, just to remove it, and it does some AoE damage. Yeah, it works for me, actually. That's pretty good. Okay, lots of noises. When I said we're going to use spells, that was obviously a lie, because if we have a look at Nenio, she's actually out right now. Okay. This is a much more difficult fight than what we've been dealing with. Okay. Can you, like, attack now? Hey, you can. Nice.
I will see to your demise.
I want to heal next turn. That's a lot of damage. Okay. Although, actually, I don't think it did any to us. I think it just did it to them, and it wasn't even that much. So, the exact opposite of what I just said, basically, is what I'm saying. Oh, the horse can't move, so all we get is, like, flail and sealer. Love it. Alright, we need some heals. Why did you fall over? What happened, Darren? Why did you fall over? He's just like, I'm done. Fireball, he failed a will save and he fell over? Okay. Well, didn't really think that was how Fireball worked, but sure. That's fine. Attack.
Strike with all your might.
Alright, you're down. You're down. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, keep chucking Fireball in. It's fine. Doesn't bother me. Attack.
Into the fray.
Hey, we hit. Be really good if I had some members of my team who could still move.
I'm wounded.
Okay, well, at least we're healing. Attack.
We can do it.
Nobody can actually do anything this turn.
I won't give up.
This is good. Tempted to heal, but we don't need to because we have last stand. I should probably use smite on this thing at this point. That seems fair. I love the fireballs. Like just non-stop fireballs. Why use anything else when you can use fireball? Again, they just keep using fireball.
Forwards.
Hey, we did it. Alright. Stop using Phantasmal Killer, especially on Wendewog, who's apparently immune to it, which is very nice. Hey, we got a crit on this thing. Ruchelet's still out. Wish I knew why nobody had any actions. I'm guessing it's that the hold spells, but that's okay. We could try Bursts of Glory to try and... Yeah, let's do it. Gives us temporary hit points. We did get Tax Opportunity on us, which luckily missed. That's now given a buff in theory to both us and Seela. So it's health, it's a buff, it seems good. Wendwog still can't move. Wait, we can stand up? Oh, it is a glorious day today. Stand up. Heal. Okay. Stop using Phantasmal Killer, or if you're going to use it, continue doing it in the way that you're doing it. Only on the person who's immune. Very nice. I use Smite, we kill it in literally the next turn. Alright. Next enemy. Walk up. Start trying to kill it. Walk up. Do another heal. I love that they're just like, I hate Wendwog. I just gotta keep going for her. Get off your horse. And move up here. Okay. At least we got some Arkanzora stuff on them. I don't know what that's really gonna do for us, but at least we did it. Wendwog succeeded at the will saving throw, but she was immune previously. I guess previously she was failing and then just being immune. Oh, she's probably immune to the Fortitude one, right? That's probably what's happening. Yeah, I think that's it. Also, Nenio gets a turn. Wonderful. Horse still out. Attack.
We won't falter.
Shoot it.
And grace.
We're getting there. Hey. Smite. Attack. Yeah, just don't hit. I mean, we don't really need you to do anything, if I'm honest with you.
You're
right.
irrelevant.
That's fine. Back here.
Strike with all your might.
Nah. We don't hit things. We like this combat, so we're just gonna keep going with it. So, yeah. I love the constant phantasmal killers on her. I wonder, you know, what she did to earn this ire compared to everybody else here, anyway. And she did betray the demons, but I don't think that's really a thing. Oh, she did actually get hit by that. Okay, so she was just immune for a few turns. Must have been something they did to her then. Wait, I don't know. It must have been something they did to her that then made her immune to death moves, and then that they were casting.
We can do it.
I would guess. Oh, thanks for the -4 strength when I'm attacking.
I'll make short work of this.
Okay. Fireball. Fireball. Fireball.
The inheritor.
Must be out
Guide
of
my
phantasmal killer uses. Okay. Fireball. Okay. Background again. Attack it. And shoot it. I could remove whatever they've got on them, but like, I kind of thought that it would be done by now. It's not like the enemy are doing any, like, you know, very much to us. Okay, that's good. I don't know why you put away your sword. You always do that, and it always weirds me out. Okay. Somebody hit them? Nenio hit them? Oh wow, force reality. That's much easier to attack. Although they are still a little bit wobbly. Right, move in. Oh, you're free. She's free. Wait, is that because of something that we did there to Wendwog? I don't think it was. I think it's just a nice coincidence, but she is free. So, charge. 6 damage. Well, I mean, I make a joke at 6 damage, but it is more than its speed. So, you know, kind of take what you can get situation. Hey, Arushale is free. That one's dead. Oh, that one's dead. Nice mirror image and fireball. Which means that you had to quicken the mirror image. Bit weird. Anyway. Hey, horse is free. Yeah. Got it. Oh my, do you see how much blood is in this area? Also, that's freaky. Oh. Yeah, that's very freaky. Okay, anyway. We will grab this loot. Nothing else here has, like, meaningful loot. I love it. It's just, like, it's just garbage. Alright, let's have a look at our current stat levels. Yeah, okay, we could all use with a little stat up.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
I'll make my own legend.
Right. Does anybody only have a minor stat down? Ours is -6. -7. Oh, yours is already down because you're fatigued. -3. -5. Hey, you're fine. So Nenio has -5. Yeah, okay. So we could probably use the minor stuff on Darren and Nenio, I would imagine. Let's go, Darren. That's only 1. All right, try it again. I'm hoping for a roll of a 2. Hey, there we go. Nenio. We need at least 2 2s and a 1. That's a very good start. We now definitely have enough to get her fully healed here. Wonderful. We will have one of these, which should cure us of all of our strength damage. +6, very nice. Then 7 for Sela. Right. Also get back on the horse. Quick save. You should now be free as well. Wonderful. We're all back to where we started. Sure, golden chalice and a spoon. Seems about right. Book. Book.
Let us
Alright, I'll move us in there. Book. Nope, 3 scrolls. Ooh, elven notes. Oh, we'll have them. That's a book, but we've already read it. It's the Cooking Almanac by Jubilist Narthropple. Jubilos Narthropple? Jubilos Narthropple. Right. Have that. We'll have that. Oh yes, we'll have some of that. Yeah, we'll have some of your loot. We'll have some of your loot. We'll have some of your loot. Come on, guys. There we go. Okay, okay. Let's do another room. Let's see where we're at. That room was difficult. This room is a corridor. Okay. Well, I'll pick the lock. It doesn't appear to be very difficult. So does this lead into the same room that the... See, these are different rooms. Yeah, this looks like a dead end, potentially. Okay.
Let's move.
Nothing's here. Apart from... this. Alright, so this puzzle is here again. Huh. Okay. That's interesting. I wonder if they're shared. I wonder if you have to press them in certain rooms, and that's the main difference. Yeah, maybe. Let me read the mysterious note again. The layman and the wise man perceive different things in the same symbol. Seek out precious knowledge where the others blindly pass it by. The library? 3 changes places with 4. Turn the star to nothing and behold the star in the darkness, but a different one. So, I'm trying to figure out where this could be. And also, where's 3 changes places with 4, if that's the case? 3? 3 changes places with 4? No, there's actually 5 here. 5 statues? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. I don't understand your puzzle yet. Maybe I will eventually. This way? Need key. Alright, I'm guessing that's where we need to go at the end. Oh, what's this?
Rely on
Missed me already.
I left you a puzzle. Here's how to solve it. It's a coded note. Okay, well, that explains it. Crumpled, soiled sheet of paper that is laying in the pocket of some forgetful cultist for a long time. Several shapes are drawn on the page. Triangle, an upside-down 5-pointed star, squares and circles. A triangle, an upside-down pointed star, squares and circles. Yeah, but, like, is this the order? Squares and circles. So, triangle, upside-down pointed star, squares and circles? I mean, let me try it, okay? I did it. You only need to press 4 of them. That's a huge piece of information that you only have to press 4 of them. Oh.
Check that out. What's that?
This condition is irrational.
Well, ow. Let's see what else we've got in here. Also heal.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Heal. Yeah, I almost used the harm undead one, which would have done nothing, but still funny. Lore nature.
What's that?
Oh, book.
I am finished.
Somewhat scary but harmless plants that grow in the abyss. Someone's lovingly recreated a scene from the wilderness of the demon world. What's this? May Canabras be damned. We've already read that. Alright, what's this one? Somebody?
This is my path.
An etymologist's tool, a board dotted with pins for displaying insects. An etymologist's tools? Yeah, that sounds like a word I've heard before and know what it means. Instead of, you know, this weird word that I came up with.
I finished here.
Nice! A longsword? Balanced defender. +3 longsword. Whenever the wielder of this +3 longsword wields a shield in the other hand, it grants its wearer a +3 bonus on attack rolls with this longsword. That's really good. Now, it's not quite the damage of a Finian. Don't get me... Actually, it is. It's completely the damage of a Finian. Oh no, it isn't, because it doesn't do the 1d6. Yeah, okay, to a living creature. Also doesn't have brilliant energy. What's brilliant energy again? I need to reread Finian. Oh, it ignores negative effects. Yeah, so, like, armor and shield bonuses do not count against it. That's fine. Heart Seeker, yeah, it doesn't miss on concealment. Okay, so that's pretty good. However, we can also equip this instead of the Mind Piercer. So if I switch this over here, we can now equip that, which I'm sure will be better because it's a long sword for us. What's the shield here? While you're wielding this +2 spiked light shield, you get 20 resistance to sonic and a +2 bonus against sound effects. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I was just working out what we had. Oh, what's that? Yeah, overridden by. I don't know what that's being overridden by, if I'm honest with you. Oh, it's a +3 ring of protection. Oh, it's the +3 protection part. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay. That's nice that we now have a proper weapon as our secondary. We could, in theory, get rid of Finian and give it to somebody else if somebody else is working with something that's a little subpar. I don't think anyone else is. No, I don't think anyone's working with anything that's too subpar.
Follow me.
Right, let's click there. Did we miss something? Oh, we got this. We found a skull, which made me think that there should be another one here as well. Right. Was there another skull that I found that I missed? Maybe? Because when you... It looks like this is going to open, right? That looks like that's the color of something that opens.
Only you deserve my
That looked like a pressure plate for a second. Maybe not. You can sometimes see behind doors, and I can't really see behind that one. Try to see if there's anything I haven't clicked on in here. Is there another skull that we can... I mean, we can see them there, but is there another skull that looks like this anywhere in the room? I don't think there is. Yeah, so those don't look like they're anything. Those don't look like they're anything. No, I think that was it. I don't know what pressing that skull did, but maybe if you press multiple. I mean, it is part of like a larger puzzle, because to get in here we had to do the button puzzle. Alright, so where did we found the other one back here, didn't we? Did that say kill vampire? Oh. I didn't even know there was a vampire here. Kill vampire? I did it. Alright, we got some bracers. Phantom Slayer's bracers. Whenever the wearer of these bracers hit their study target for the first time, the enemy must pass a fortitude saving throw. DC 24 become blinded. That is a Lan or a Greybore item. Lan, I think, already has bracers. So does Greybore. So I'm not really sure who that's for, but that's fine. Hey, another Midnight Bolt. Cool. Wait, was I already here? Did I come through here? Yes, yeah, I did. Okay. It's fine. We're leaving that door be. Oh wait, I don't remember opening that door. That's interesting. Maybe it opened due to like something we did earlier. Okay. So, let me just check this. So this puzzle doesn't tell us where, like the note doesn't tell us where it is. Seek out precious knowledge where others blindly pass it by. 3, 4. Star to nothing. Behold a star in the darkness. I mean, I'm going to try this one more time. I think this is still the wrong room. I'm going to go for 3, 4, star, that one. No, we know that's wrong. Okay, one more. 3, 4, star circle. No, okay. That's fine. This is the wrong place then. It's definitely the wrong place. I love that these guys will just saw us come in here, hurt ourselves, and then just leave. Yeah, we also have that door at the end there, actually. Now that I think about it, we have other places we haven't been yet. In this, it's still in this area. Let me check the back part, actually. How big is it? Is it like a corridor? Or is it a room? Okay, back here. Try it. Looks like a room to me. Let's investigate it. Oh, hello. Teacher, it's the Crusaders. They're already here. The commander herself was with them. Don't be such a coward. These pathetic knuckle-draggers are powerless before the might of the great Xanthir, the Plagued One. Oh, hello. The figure in the robe turns towards the cultist, who automatically takes a step back, bringing a hand to his mouth. There's no human face beneath the grey hood, just a swarm of shifting locusts. Did I not say what I would do to the next half-wit who dared call me by that ignominious moniker? Oh. Xanthir shakes one of his sleeves. A small swarm of locusts emerges from within it and envelops the cultist's head. Shrieking, he tries to get them off, but they have already burrowed their way inside, turning his face into one gaping wound. The unlucky cultist continues screaming desperately for a few seconds, and then his body explodes into pieces as the locusts burst out from within. You, come here. We still have time to complete the transformation. He beckons a demon over, and it scrambles eagerly towards the threatening-looking machines. Xanthir turns to his surviving students. And all of you, do as I've taught you. Try just this once to follow my instructions to the letter, and if anyone drops another Narendrian crystal, he will only have himself to blame for his horrific fate. He thinks he can stop us with this? A load of midges? I'll walk through that swarm and not even feel the bites. In the caves, we have underground hornets that will kill the average nether after 3 stings. I survived 7. Okay. I can break the magic, disperse a cloud of locusts with my weapon, so try to get through. Magic. You quickly realize that the wall of locusts is not magic in itself, and you cannot break it as you would a spell. Mobility. With death movement, you scatter the buzzing insects into the air, creating a gap in the wall that you can pass through into the chamber. The demon summoned to the machine howls in pain. Paying no attention to you, Xanthir Vang places the crystals in the demon's body, and you sense, rather than see the demon change into something different, something more frightening than before. Xanthir Vang looks at his students, who are only just starting to carry out the procedure on their own demons. Cease your rummaging, dolts. Consider your lesson ended. You're working too slowly. Unchain these beasts and defend the chamber. Fight until the last. I'm assuming he's doing a teleport out here trick. Maybe. Yeah, I think he left when it went all flashy. That's fine. One of those. One of those. Didn't really expect to have to fight these guys in here, but that's okay. As in, I thought this was just a closet. Okay. Ow. Okay. Rage. Attack the swarm.
No match for me.
Immune. They're immune to slashing damage. Well, that's probably something to look at. What are they immune to? Well, we know slashing damage. They're immune to that. What else? Doesn't actually... Oh, physical damage from weapon. Well, that would do it, yeah. Okay, Nanio, take a step back. You're suddenly the most important person in the room. How do they feel about electricity? They are not immune with that. To that. But, oh, spells with a target. Really? Okay, well, I will cast a controlled fireball then. Yeah, let's go controlled fireball. But let's try a different spot. They reduced it to 0. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to hurt them, but that's fine. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem for me. Yeah, like a major issue. Areelu, I don't really know how you get anywhere here. I think you're just going to have to shoot. Let's go for the Nabasu. At least that's fairly weak. When did our horse become white? I think all the textures just fell off of our horse, unless it's got an effect on it. Phantasmal web. Yeah, it does have an effect on it. It can't move, right? Which means that you, once again, cannot move. Okay. Get off the horse. Get over here. Right. We're getting there. Darren. Heal. Very important part of our turn. Bubonic Plague. I don't think that hit anybody, which is good. Attack.
We won't falter.
We at least have some damage we can hit it with. That's a big heal. Alright, the baroque is very mad. Doesn't really do anything else though. Kill it.
Beg me to stop.
Oh, I could have left it alive for us to AoE kill with Areelu. That probably would have been a good idea in hindsight. I could lightning bolt. We're not immune to electricity, so that would go pretty badly now that I think about it. I mean, controlled fireball might be our only option, really. Oh, sorry, you're webbed. You actually don't get a turn. Go invisible. Cool. That's fine. At least they're not like lowering our stats or anything. That's pretty sweet. They're immune to our horse entirely. Good to know. I thought I'd check. Step back. Shoot the baroque or the abyssal. Okay, we're getting damage down on it. Smite and attack. This thing has way too many spells for us to allow it to live. Shoot just so that I can see. Never mind. I was kind of hoping to hit it. Oh dear, that's a bad fog. Anyway, I was hoping to hit it with something to remove mirror image, but apparently we actually just hit it. Didn't manage to remove mirror image here. I'm guessing that we don't have line of sight to this thing. As in like, that door is blocking us, so that's why it didn't work. Alright, take a step forward. That's fine. Right. Not really worried about spores at this point. You should continue attacking the swarm, because you're one of the few things that can actually damage it. Snowball's a targeted spell. The no targeted spell bit is really weird. I'm not sure I like it. Because pretty much everything is targeted in our current selection of spells. I guess we'll do a controlled fireball if you can. Like here. Hey, we at least hit the swarms. That's what we're aiming for. And did damage. Thanks for the fireball. Okay. Shoot.
Make your peace.
I can almost see again. Horse. Fantastic. We can see again. Okay. Seela, attack that one. Okay. Next move. You got anything? No, you've got no spell slots, which is kind of your big issue here. Shoot that one. Another 2 hits that directly hit. He lowered dex so much he also lowered it to himself and all of his allies. Wonderful. Attack.
Strike with all your might.
Okay. We're getting what we can down there. Just keep swinging. We'll get there eventually. I would like to do controlled fireball once again. Okay, we hit everything with it, and most importantly hit the swarms. Oh, we killed the swarm? Wonderful. More dex being lowered. I think it might be the fog that's lowering the dex. Okay. Well, you can't move, which is going to be a real issue. Attack this guy. Get rid of some mirror images, I guess. Smite. Oh, that's a fantastic crit. Okay. Get out here, just so you're not in the fog. And then start shooting.
Out of my sight.
That's a lot of damage they did to us. Attack it.
We can do it.
You can come out and attack this swarm now, I think, if you can move.
I'll rip you
Yeah,
apart.
that's fine. Hey, have you heard of controlled fireball? Pretty good move. Just continuing to do as much as we can to the Locust swarm. The archer is still alive. It healed. I hate seeing that. Stand up. Take a shot.
I will resist.
Attack.
Into
Keep going.
the fray.
Disciple is down. Swarm's still annoying, but not as annoying as the Disciple was. Archer's down. Now it's just the Swarm. Attack. We can hit it with radiant. You can hit it with acid. You could hit it with another controlled fireball. Okay. It did it. Oh my lord, get out of the fog. Right. Oh, I think the guy left through there, but we didn't see it properly. Okay. Oh, also the key, chipped key from the Ivory Sanctum. That might open the key room. Right. How are our stats looking? I would think probably not very good. Headband of Inspired Justice. Okay. Cool. Let's do a quick bless as well while we're here, just to remove spores.
Let's move.
Right. Another book. Xanthir Fang on the nature of demons.
I see something over there.
Ooh, press it.
Check that out.
Ooh, press it. I'm just like, things, press them, press them, press them, press everything. Okay, I don't really know what pressing those did. I assume it'll open a room at some point, maybe. Complex device combining technology and magic. The leather straps used to restrain victims look worn from frequent use. This almost looks like that's going to be a secret, but maybe not. Maybe there's... Oh, there's the other one. Yes, that was a secret. Does this lead to just a small chamber? It does. Okay. I will loot the small chamber.
I finished here.
Ooh,
Is there more?
a ring? Ravager of Dread. This ring grants its wearer a +4 morale bonus against confusion and fear effects. If the wearer fails a saving throw against such an effect, after the effect ends, the wearer gets a +2 bonus on saving throws and a +2 bonus on damage rolls until the end of combat. Hello. Just seeing what you have. Yeah, this seems good. This seems kind of like a her thing. And then anybody like need a ring? You need a ring. Okay. Here's like some immunity to sickened, I guess. Right. Now I think I picked up one last note, which is what I want to check. Bloodstained coded note. Crumpled, blood-soaked sheet of paper on which is just possible to make out the words Chamber, Lord. Below there were 4 symbols, but only the first 2 can still be seen. A 6-pointed star and a triangle. You would like me to keep trying things. 6-pointed star, triangle. Alright, we know it's only a key of 4, so we can try this. Okay. Let's do some healing.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Quick save. Oh, I need to actually do stats as well at some point. Your stats are fine. Your stats are fine. Your stats are screwed. Very much so. Okay. Your stats are screwed. Your stats are screwed. Your stats are screwed. We need a rest, basically. So it's 6 point... Let me just have a look here. Back at the thing. That is 6-pointed star triangle. So 6-pointed star triangle. I don't know. I guess if we're gonna try it, that one. I'm a genius. First try. All right. I was willing to do a lot more combos. First try is great. Oh, another circle mask, which says, or another white mask that says, "I am the circle." And a cloak. Cloak of Carnage. +5 competency bonus on knowledge arcana skill checks and adds +2 to DC for all saving throws against spells from the evocation school the wielder casts. I was thinking knowledge arcana was us, but then I saw the evocation school and I'm like, that's a Nanio thing. Yeah, that's a Nanio thing. Yeah, we're probably not going to do any things from the evocation school if I had to take a stab in the dark. So let's do that, or at least not many. I can then go type. I'm guessing the thing that I need for Nenio's quest, by the way. This is my guess on that. If I go key items, I think it's going to be these masks. Yeah, I would assume that the masks are the things I need for the quest. That just seems to line up. Okay, cool. So now I need to give Well, you already have one. Is it any good? Yeah, it's pretty good. Whenever we land a hit on an enemy, there's a chance that they become skinned. Although, have we ever actually seen that applying? I don't know if we've ever actually seen that apply. Maybe I should swap with you. No, because yours is specifically good for you. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I got nobody who needs this cloak, but, okay, interesting. So, there must be another place to do this. Other one. So what did it say? And it'll be near where we just were. So it's going to be that library, right? Yeah, it's going to be the library. A place where people walk past knowledge. It's got to be library. Oh. Okay. You can remote open doors. Neat. Doesn't even factor into anything I've done up until this point. So that's where we found the note, first of all. So are there like symbols on the wall in the library I just missed? No. No. Must be somewhere else.
Let's move.
What did it say? I mean, it might not be nearest, so let me just see. The layman and the wise man perceive different things in the same symbol. Seek out precious knowledge where others blindly pass it by. 3 changes places before. That's fine. Yeah. So this obviously isn't the right spot. Knowledge where others blindly pass it by. It's kind of an interesting phrasing. Yeah, I would assume that this is it, but maybe... No, I mean, maybe there's somewhere else. It might be one of these riddles that makes a lot of sense when you see where the solution is. You know what I'm meaning? Anyway. I'm just finding out where we need to go, so we're going to go here. We're probably going to rest here, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the episode here as well. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.